Listen, I am live right now. I just got this phone call. I don't want to be disrespectful. First, I'll say is, David, good morning. How you doing, David?
For having me. It's sweet you're live right now.
Yeah, this is, I do it this way so that it's more authentic and there's no, how can I say it? No softball questions, as in we're not filtering these questions out. I ask you in the real moment. And the best part about talking to military guys, because I understand, I heard you on the Twitter Spaces call yesterday. You're in the military, so best part about that is military guys can talk, or at least they should be able to, because they were trained the right way. Speak when you're spoken to, and when you are called upon, sound off like you got a pair. At least that's just me, brother. But welcome to it. Let me give you a small intro here. I'm trying to set up my channel. Just 1 second, because I have no how can I put this? I have no engineer. It's just me, babe. All right, here we go.
Hey.
So, guys, right now on the phone, if you guys don't know, this is David Fisher. He is the creator, and he is a launch day creator for the NFT Marketplace. He is the creator, and I'm going to pull up the collection here while I'm here with you. It's League of Veterans. The basis behind it, I'm going to let him explain everything to you. As you guys might have known, this is the first NFT that I bought. And I own it. I own the launch day NFT, which I was reading. You were saying we might just burn off the rest of them because it's a launch day thing. So that's the one that I own. And hey, you know, what kind of music is that in the background of it? Man, I had some sweet music playing last night when I had it on repeat. Yep. Look at that. I just had it on repeat. I know it's only 5 seconds long, but I just let it play over and over and over. But so we're looking at we're going to look at your whole project while you're here, while I have you on the phone. I'm going to let you do your thing. But 1 second, David, while I pull it up. But I just want to thank you for reaching out. I know that I've been out there talking to a lot of creators, seeing what they've done with their time, getting ready for this launch. I saw you had a Ryan Cohen, whatever it is, NFT. I can't even think at the moment. But
GIF,
yeah, I saw that one. But here we go. Okay, so now I'm on the page, and now we can talk to the man himself. David Fisher, welcome, sir, and good morning.
Hey, good morning. No, I appreciate you having me on. This is pretty amazing being live, especially just through a phone call. You being able to manage everything. I don't know if you're on YouTube right now, Twitter Spaces, whatnot, but
we're on YouTube right now. We're on YouTube.
Awesome. But yeah, no, my name's David Fisher. I'm super honored and proud to be a launch creator with GameStop. It's been a long road to get here, and really just to see the site go live and see everyone's art, not just mine, kind of enter the world, enter the metaverse, enter the Web3 space, and to do it with GameStop. It's really amazing, and it's humbling. And for a project like mine, I look at the total volume of these collections, and I don't think of it as, wow, this is going to me. Just by the way my project is structured, it's actually going to be going to veterans, and it's going to enable so many more military veterans to get out there and explore and take a risk that they wouldn't normally have been able to. And so for those who have supported so far, thank you. And I really can't wait to share with you all and see where this project goes. We have a creative grants application up, and seeing the submissions come in and hearing all of these eager veterans, what they're requesting, and setting up meetings with them to learn more and hopefully be able to support them down the road, and then sharing it with all of the NFT owners and investors from the collection, and letting them know, hey, this man or woman got a camera, got this piece of software, and is creating this because of you. And so that's pretty inspiring. But yeah.
Yeah, so you're out here doing God's work. I'll tell you what I'm doing, because it's the best I can do. I'm not an artist. I'm not a creative guy. but I got the word out about your project because the night that it launches, right? The website launches, everything's open. I have to be at work. So I waited about 12 hours before I ever got to the website. And by then, all the meta boys were bought out. All the, ordinary Atom cards were bought out. And I'm saying to myself, I got to find something that moves me, that talks to me. And those big display cards, on the website, they're huge. And so they allow me to really look at things and go, well, wait a minute. And I go and click on the League of Veterans, the acronym is LOVE, by the way, which is so uncanny.
Yeah.
I love that. But I start looking at these Army dudes, right? The military guys. I say Army. I know you're Marines, but it doesn't matter. They're military's military. And I'm looking for myself in one of these guys. I'm like, well, what was I wearing? What was I doing? And there's enough on here. There's about 1,200 NFTs that are all different in some subtle ways. And I was looking for something that can move me. I'm still currently looking for myself out here. Because I wasn't in the military maybe 20 years ago. I was in the military. I was in the military during 9/11 timeframe. So right now, and my brother just retired. My sister retired. Everyone was a first sergeant, E8. But these guys done more time in the military than I could ever imagine, and some more time than others. But I told them about the collection. I've told everybody about this collection. And I'm happy to say one of the followers here, High Rider, I'll call him out right now, High Rider 420, who's a great guy. He loves the Ya Boy Nancy. I always say Yo Boy, but Ya Boy Nancy collection. That's what he's been a fan of that for a whole year already. But he went ahead and he tweeted just right now that he did buy a League of Veterans to show some support for this show and the channel and what we're bringing the light to. So that's awesome. That's just one more brick that we could do. And shout out to High Rider. The guy's amazing. He's out here just supporting projects. But that's what we're trying to do today, support your project. But David, here's the question. You ready?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So you get told you can apply for the GameStop network, right? For the NFT Marketplace. Who told you about it, about GameStop?
So actually, that's not exactly how the story went down. So I was on Twitter, and I came across a Marine veteran. I think he had hashtag Web3 veteran. And, this was early on in the project. I'm always learning in this space, and that's what makes Web3 and NFTs so amazing. But I wanted to talk to him, and this was, I want to talk to everyone in this space because I have so much to learn, and hopefully I can, something I say sticks with them as well. But anyway, set up a meeting with him. He's a Marine recon vet, staff sergeant, got out, went to Columbia University, played on the ice hockey team, has been around out of the military for, I think, 10 years now. He, explained my project to him, and he loved the art, and he was moved by kind of the mission and the impact driven mission behind it. And he was like, hey, I work for GameStop, and we're launching an NFT marketplace.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And so I'll say it's time, place, and luck. I listened to how I built this podcast of many successful founders out there. And the last question they ask is do you think you're lucky? And all of them, most of them say yes. And so it's a combination of hard work and luck. And so if you don't put yourself out there, if I didn't go about this project, if it just stayed kind of art for myself, kept it on my computer, didn't have a grander vision of, hey, can I actually have an impact and help other veterans do things similar to what I'm doing? Can I have a wider reach than just myself? If I didn't put myself out there, stuff like this wouldn't happen. And this is really just the beginning. I look at MetaBoy, and I'm like, wow, that's really amazing what they're doing. With the grand vision of where League of Veterans going, I really think that we're going to get there. And, what's unique about my project, and, I think, I don't know about any other launch creators, what they would say to this, but I'm not saying buy this NFT. You don't say buy this NFT and it's going to be worth so much more and flip it. No, like buy this NFT because you like the art and you believe in the mission and what we're building. The NFTs are just, the first step towards where we're going. Like community is so important. And so with these NFTs, it enables us to bring people together who are veterans, are active duty, are military, or just support veterans. I mean, if you're an American, there's an off chance someone that has served in the military. And so you can think of them through purchasing this and being an owner and being part of something early on. That's really going to highlight and tell the stories of veterans.
I got that. So, well, check this out, David. I don't want to cut you off. I'm going to tell you something. Don't limit yourself, because, and I know you're not, but I'm going to give you this example. I have a follower right now. His name's PJW. I know for a fact he's not American, and he just bought one of your NFTs right now. He's supporting the launch day League of Veterans NFT project. So he went in and got that. He's just letting us know in the chat. Listen, people are going to support you and your project for reaching out. But I tell you, you were speaking to me right now. Because you're like, hey, Marantz, I stepped out, I got out there, I put my name out there, my artwork could have just sat on my computer. And I honestly feel the same way at times, where I could have just sat in my house, been pissed off, yelling at other YouTubers for what they were saying or what they weren't saying. Instead, I got a microphone and a camera. I said, hell with it, I'm going to do it myself. But that put me in front of you right now. So the path is long, and it's awesome how they intersect. And this universe is something else. I have a question for you, though, a little bit more intrusive. You ready?
Yeah.
Like when you get told you made the project, right? Like, how do they reach out to you? Is it just an email?
I was setting up video meetings with the guy on GameStop, so who worked for GameStop. But I think that they had most of their launch creators set up. I think they probably did it through email and then through video calls or cell calls, and then from there they launched the public application portal. And I don't know how many artists or launch creators were accepted through that. Well, they say
50, right? They say 50 launch day creators, and then I go through and I see, because I broke down every single project last night. I was going through all of them, and there's certain creators that have multiple projects, including yourself, but which is awesome. But I think there's something for everyone here in this space on this website. The only reason why I'm putting light on you this morning, like first and foremost, because it talks to me, right? There's other people who want to talk about other projects because it talks to them. It's one of those things. But I'm a military guy. I support the troops, the whole 9 yards. I know about what you're trying to get across as far as the health and wellness of soldiers in and after. Remember, I said this to you last night. I was saying, you're a civilian first, then you become military, then you go back to civilian world, and it's not always so pleasant. And it's not always so run down either. It's not like the movies make it out to be, but it can be. That was my point. So if you're like putting out a helping hand to these military guys, I commend you for that, because I do my best when I walk around town, throw out a $5 bill here and there to the ones that say they're disabled vets or they need some help, or they're just not all mentally. I think my twin brother has some mental screws. Maybe you should make an NFT for my twin brother, bro. He needs some help. He's a retired first sergeant, but his mind is not there. He's wacky as hell. No, but I'm playing around, David. That's me. That's just an inside joke for the show.
All right.
No, but I got you.
I will make him an NFT if it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No, we're already going down the wrong path, bro. Let's keep it real. And love is great, and that's where we're at. Hey, I have a question though, Dave. So on your project, AKA Jones has been a huge supporter of yours on Twitter.
Yes.
He's the one who got me in contact with you. It's weird, man, how veterans are helping out other veterans. And it's like, it's this unspoken brotherhood. And do you feel that connection with your project and the people that you are reaching out to? And what's your next step as far as the next 2 months? Watching this take off in the last 48 hours, where do you see yourself?
Yeah. Well, no, AKA Jones, we met on Twitter, and he's actually the head of community for League of Veterans. So he's a National Guardsman right now now, so he's technically a reservist, but he gets activated here and there. But no, he's been super helpful, and he's very active in the Super Stonks community, and has been eagerly waiting this marketplace, and it just so aligned that he's a strong supporter of League of Veterans. So he's been very helpful. I can't do this alone, so I started out alone. It's really been my vision, and bringing on a team of more veterans, it has been extremely helpful in spreading the word, and also having sounding boards for where this project's gonna go. I do want to just quickly shout out High Rider and PJW. Thank you both for the support. That's really
we just got another one. We just got another one. His name is Rock Monkey. Just bought the launch day vet as well. So there you go. And he's from Canada.
Rock Monkey.
Yeah.
Thank you. And just to speak on those from outside the U.S. supporting this, it's really amazing. And my personal perspective is an American, U.S. Marine. I have gone overseas and experienced other cultures. I have been to Canada, great place. But this project is more than just the U.S. veteran project. It is just starting out. Most of the jokes are that are spun into the artwork. Most of the uniforms, things like that, are from my personal experience. So it's kind of one-sided towards the U.S. But again, a veteran is a veteran. And if you're transitioning out of the military in Canada, I guarantee you're having a very similar mental experience to what I went through. And so, yes, every veteran is unique, but it's all the same, and that's where we're trying. That's what we're really trying to help. As a vet, when I got out, there was you're part of a community. I was a captain. I had a company. I felt like I really every day was structured out. I came up with certain plans, but I didn't have full reins of what I could and couldn't do. And then you're just okay, thanks for your service. Bye. Spit out into the world, and you're like, whoa, this is awesome, but it's extremely overwhelming and daunting, and I don't know what I actually like doing. And there's so much of a hierarchy in the military of who you can talk to and who you can't.
Correct.
And so I wasn't very good at networking or even talking. I mean, the fact that I'm talking to you on the phone, and we're on YouTube live and all that. I wouldn't have been there 6 or 7 months ago. I got out 11 months ago.
Okay.
And so it's pretty amazing to see where I've come, and it's all through kind of who I've met and hearing from other veterans, and honestly, just what you're up to, and the fact that you're I'm not an artist. Well, I would definitely disagree with that. You're extremely creative in the fact that you're just you're able to be on a live show right now and run it. I would say that's an art form. So anyway,
that.
what you're doing is inspiring as well. And so, kind of to tie in to your last question of where this project's going, what the next 2 months look like. Well, I mean, primarily I want to sell out the collection, and that's the League of Veterans collection. So that is the primary focus. So marketing it and really just getting the word out there. In addition to that, what we'll be doing is the application portal for veterans to apply for creative grants is live. And so we'll be marketing that and pushing that out there so that it reaches the most veterans. Because again, people don't know about this project. If you're a veteran and get out, you're most likely not in the NFT space yet. So how can we get this word out there about this application portal, about this project, and give out some of these grants? So, we've already had a couple applications come in. I'm setting up a call later this week with a veteran to see if he's the right fit. He was in the Army.
He's the right fit.
And
he's the right fit. He's in the Army. There we go.
Hey, no, when it comes to, unfortunately, we can't give out grants to everyone. And so myself and the team will be like thoroughly looking through these applications and then interviewing people. Because, I want to enable the right people to go out there and thrive. And, again, it depends. It's situationally dependent. You hear that all the time in the military. But it's definitely, it's similar to the GameStop launch creator application process. They didn't take everyone. And so, anyway, we'll be getting the word out there about applications, and reaching out to those and then supporting them and granting up to $500 to military veterans in equipment. And so it's not going to be gas money to do this. It's not going to be, food money or this and that. It's very open-ended, what a grant can support, but we want it to be aligned with your vision as an entrepreneur, as a creative, as an artist. And so for you, for example, if you need to upgrade your microphone so that you can take
thanks.
your, YouTube live.
Shots
No,
at
you're,
oh,
no,
man.
no.
You don't know. That's an inside joke around here.
Oh, damn.
No, it's okay.
Well, I guess
Go
you
ahead.
got a crappy mic, but hey.
How dare you?
Please. There are just a lot of vets out there. I was fortunate enough to find art and turn to the Web3 creative space pretty early on in my transition out of the military, really out of like a curiosity, and it consumed me. And I have a fire in me that I didn't have right when I got out of the military. It was more like shock and like overwhelmed of like, what am I going to do? I don't know what I like. I don't want to just get a job just to get a job. Like I just did that in the military,
Right. Absolutely.
Or at least I was very, very much lucky. And now being able to build a platform to, inspire other vets to get out there, and do things is pretty amazing. In addition, the next 2 months, we're definitely planning on coming out with some pretty cool updates to the NFTs, certain airdrops, rewards and benefits, things like, hey, if you own 3, you can combine all of those NFTs into one, and I'll custom make one with every feature that you want. Maybe you can throw your name on there. We'll burn the 3 that you own, and I'll send you an updated one. And,
you got me thinking right now, but I'm good. No, it's cool.
The Ryan Cohen thing, just really crafted that up. But I'm having fun making this art, and certain requests, things like that, we can definitely work through. But ultimately, building out the community of supporters here, and really sharing what we're up to. If every time I hop on a phone call or something with someone who's a veteran or even not a veteran, someone who's out there taking a risk, doing something creative, I learn something, I get better myself. And so I'm addicted to that. Twitter Spaces, things like that, those really inspire me and fire me up. And so,
all right, well, you ready to learn something new?
Yeah.
All right. Well, first thing, I want to clear up a couple of things. I understand the transition between military to civilian. I was there. I was lost as well. Found a job that I loved, and now I'm, a career I've loved, and it's taken me this far. A.K. Jones deserves every bit of recognition, because that gentleman is fishing, reaching out there with the project and getting people's attention. I would not be here right now with you if that weren't the case. So give him a pat on the back. And anyone out there, you can find these guys on Twitter. They're everywhere. But here's why I'm here. Okay. So much to be a veteran and a passion project for you. I get that part and this unspoken brotherhood. But are you familiar with GameStop? And I'm not talking about the marketplace, but I'm talking about the company itself. Have you done the due diligence to understand the leadership, the route they're going? Do you know any of this yet?
Yes, I mean, I do. I wouldn't call myself, one of the most original kind of members of the Super Stomp community or anything like that. I was actually deployed during all of that, so I didn't have any connectivity. I just was reading the news headlines, which so again, like it's somewhat new to me, but it also very much aligns with what I'm trying to do, and that's pretty amazing. And making waves and in a way just like destroying the fraudulent hierarchy. And so I see kind of a hierarchy pumped up in the NFT space, and I'm looking to disrupt that as well with something that's honestly bigger than just NFTs, because people are behind it. There's a physical people out there going to explore and make art and do things.
It's cool. I just want to make sure you're aware. If you say you've been watching Superstock, I mean, a lot of us have been in GameStop before that even existed, right? But it doesn't make you any more the follower than the next, because anybody who buys it today just keeps going. If you bought one share of GameStop today at 139.44 on, I have to give the update, 1.54 million shares traded back and forth. That's a positive thing for me because the stock split is coming. Be prepared though. Prepare yourself, Love. Prepare yourself, David. I know that the Love Project is going to get a lot of eyes right now. I know I see people here like PJW. He might be from the UK, but he's a UK veteran. So these guys are out here. Veterans are veterans no matter where they're from and where they're at. I want to thank you for this morning, for coming in, telling us exactly what the project is. If you guys do not know, this project gives 65% of all proceeds towards veterans benefits, whatever it is, to get those guys up off the ground. They have a program, they have a plan, and they're getting through it. It does not have as much shine as the other projects, but it spoke to me, so I'm speaking on it. I'll give this platform every time, so put me in on your crew as far as who's pushing out the info. I'll keep pushing this one out every time. So I appreciate you, David. I really do.
Hey, thank you so much. And PJW, I actually connected with this guy, Andy Barnum. You can look him up on Twitter. It's andybarnum.print. He's I believe a Royal Marine, or if not, he was in the British Army. And, our relationship started with me posting about this and him liking the idea, but not being very bullish on NFTs. And so we had actually a great conversation about the pros and cons to NFTs. And anyway, we both have our own opinions, but it's really amazing to see other veterans from outside the U.S. We're all kind of part of NATO or allied members, and so every war the U.S. has fought in, the Brits have fought in too. So
I won't even get involved there, because I was about to say they're not so tough. But hey, this is all cheap shots at people. But I will say this is a real shot. I know there's other NFT marketplaces you could be. I know there's other people out there trying to push, but I love what you said. Because somebody asked me this, what's the difference? Why can't we just paste and copy? Why is it done? It's just JPEGs or whatever. There's a person behind every NFT. There's a person behind that project that made that project. And that's why it matters to me so much right now. So I really appreciate what you have to say, Mr. Fisher. Thank you so much for your time. I do have the rest of the show to get to. I have another interview coming up with the launch day artist for NFTs, and that's going to be the, we call them the Quarry Studios, but they have like 5 different projects, if you're not familiar. And your project will be highlighted for the remainder of this next hour. And then, of course, I give them some pub. But you guys are all in the same space. Just like we're all veterans, you guys are all creators, launch day creators, and they're the Neon Shadow Punks, if you haven't seen them. So we'll be interviewing them in about an hour. But I appreciate you for your time, sir. Thank you so much for everything. I don't mean to call you sir because you work for a living, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. Marantz, no, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much. And to everyone else who's supported thanks, and can't wait to build this with you all. And please spread the word. Project's only.
That's what we're doing right now. I got you covered, boss.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate it.
No, I really do. Thank you so much, David. Take care, brother.
All right.
And you have my number. You call me if you have a drop. You call me if you have an announcement. You call me for anything. I don't care. You can call me during my live stream. I will pick up the phone.
All right. Awesome.
All right. Thank you. See you, brother. Yeah, not a little bit.